Lassie Farm here. This is Ted Chiang's novel, Understand, episode 10, from where we left off. How many clues to his identity has my twin erased? Lacking all FDA files, I'll begin with the files of courier services in various cities, looking for deliveries from the FDA to hospitals during the time of the Hormone K study. Then a check of the hospital's brain damage cases at that time, and I'll have a place to start. Even if any of this information remains, it's of minor value. What will be crucial is an examination of the investment patterns to find the traces of an enhanced mind. This will take time. His name is Reynolds. He originally came from Phoenix, and his early progress closely parallels mine. He received his third injection 6 months and 4 days ago, giving him a head start over me of 15 days. He didn't erase any of the obvious records. He waits for me to find him. I estimate that he's been supercritical for 12 days, twice as long as I've been. I now see his hand in the investment patterns, but the task of locating Reynolds is Herculean. I examine usage logs across the datanet to identify the accounts he's penetrated. I have 12 lines open on my terminal. I'm using 2 single-hand keyboards and a throat mic so I can work on 3 queries simultaneously. Most of my body is immobile to prevent fatigue. I'm ensuring proper blood flow, regular muscle contraction and relaxation, and removal of lactic acid, while I absorb all the data I see, studying the melody within the notes, looking for the epicenter of a tremor in the web. Hours pass. We both scan gigabytes of data, circling each other. His location is Philadelphia. He waits for me to arrive. I'm riding in a mud-splattered taxi to Reynolds' apartment. Judging by the databases and agencies Reynolds has queried over the past months, his private research involves bioengineered microorganisms for toxic waste disposal, inertial containment for practical fusion, and subliminal dissemination of information through societies of various structures. He plans to save the world, to protect it from itself. And his opinion of me is therefore unfavorable. I've shown no interest in the affairs of the external world and made no investigations for aiding the normals. Neither of us will be able to convert the other. I view the world as incidental to my aims, while he cannot allow someone with enhanced intelligence to work purely in self-interest. My plans for mind-computer links will have enormous repercussions for the world, provoking government or popular reactions that would interfere with his plans. I am proverbially not part of the solution. I am part of the problem. If we were members of a society of enhanced minds, the nature of human interaction would be of a different order. But in this society, we have unavoidably become juggernauts, by whose measure the actions of normals are inconsequential. Even if we were 12,000 miles apart, we couldn't ignore each other. A resolution is necessary. Both of us have dispensed with several rounds of games. There are 1,000 ways we could have tried to kill each other. From painting neurotoxin on a doorknob to ordering a surgical strike from a military kill sat. We both could have swept the physical area and data net for each of the myriad possibilities and set more traps for each other's sweeps. But neither of us has done any of that, has felt a need to check for those things. A simple, infinite regression of second-guessing and double-thinking has dismissed those. What will be decisive are those preparations that we could not have predicted. The taxi stops. I pay the driver and walk up to the apartment building. The electric lock on the door opens for me. I take off my coat and climb 4 flights. The door to Reynolds' apartment is also open. I walk down the entryway to the living room, hearing hyper-accelerated polyphony music from a digital synthesizer. Evidently, it's his own work. The sounds are modulated in ways undetectable to normal hearing, and I can't discern any pattern to them. An experiment in high-information density music, perhaps. There's a large swivel chair in the room, its back turned toward me. Reynolds is not visible, and he is restricting his somatic emanations to comatose levels. I imply my presence and my recognition of his identity. And we'll leave it there. Oh, Lassie.